So it's the bubble sorting technique. This is the technique we have seen. It will take the two element and it will compare, and again it will take the two element and it will compare. Again it will take the two element and it will compare. So it will be having a iteration which will be consist of how many elements you are inserted. That much of iteration will be there. So this is known as the bubble sort. So now when you are going to the selection sort, have you studied in a selection sort in the PSPP itself? So what is meant by selection sort? How the process will be?
Taking one element and comparing with other element.
Comparing with other element, and when the smallest element has been occur, it will be swapping this number to the first index, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So selection sort, I will tell you the theory part. After explanation, I will go with those theory part, and the selection sort will be like this. I am giving it on 3 to 4 examples. This is 1, 3, 4, 7. So this is you just imagine this is the selection sort. So just imagine this is the selection sort for this, and here you want to sort those things by in ascending or descending order.
Descending.
Now we can do anything over there. So you want to set that whether you want to go with an ascending order or a descending order. You want to set that, and after that, if I am going with an ascending order, what I want to do is first I want to take this 7 and I want to compare with this which one is the smallest number in the list, which one is the smallest number in an array, and I want to interchange those things. So the first step what I want to do is, so I am taking 7 as of now, and which one is the smallest element here in the list? 7431. Which one is the smallest element?
1, sir.
So 1 is the smallest element. If suppose I am giving here as this is 11, then which one is the smallest element?
3.
3 is the smallest element. So what I want to do is I want to swap this 7 as well as 3. So that is the process. I want to swap this 7 and 3 and I want to interchange. So the next iteration will be 3, 4, 7 and 11. So next iteration will be like this. So it will be swapping the minimum element in the list. And after swapping, this element, that is a first index, will be your sorted list. The first index will be your sorted list and the remaining element will be your unsorted list. So it will be consist of 2 elements. First one is a sorted and second one is unsorted. As of now, we are clear about this. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And after that, what we want to do is we want to take the second element and we want to find out whether the smallest element is available or not. Whether the any smallest element less than 4?
No, sir.
No. So it remains the same. It remains the same. So 3, 4, 7 and 11. So it means that these two will be the sorted, and the next step will be that these two will be the sorted, and these two will be unsorted. So the example has been getting long. So in the first step, what will happen? The 5 will be taken and it will be compared with all the elements. So which one is the smallest element now?
3.
3 will be the smallest element. After that, the remaining part will be, so these two numbers will be interchanged because of the index value. First you want to go with the index value of 0, and first you want to place the minimum number in index value of 0. And after that, this 5 will be replaced. You can see here that the 5 has been replaced here and the 3 has been replaced here. So this is the thing. So first iteration has been gone, and now this is the sorted element. So this is the sorted element in your list, and remaining 3 will be your unsorted element. And again, what will happen? Again, it will check the second element. What is the second element? 17, right? Yes.
sir.
Yes. So it will check again. It will check 17 is this next element, and which element will be replaced?
5.
5, sir.
So, yes, the 5 will be replaced by 17. So it will be 5, 9, and 17. So now what has happened here? The 7 is replaced here, and the 5 is replaced here. So now these two, which will be known as the sorted, and remaining which will be an unsorted list, right? And again it will take the 9. Again it will take 9, and it will compare whether in the any less than 9 is there or not. So it is not less than 9. So again what will happen is it will remain the same position: 3, 5, 9, and 17. Now what will happen? This will be the sorted. This 3 will be the sorted, and this we are not touched as of now. So this will be the unsorted. The second iteration, the last element will be there. So it will in the last iteration, the last element will be there. So the last element remains same as 17. So likewise, only the selection sort process will be happen. So in the bubble sort, what will happen? It will take these two element, and it will compare, and after that it will take these two element, and it will compare, and after that it will take this two element, and it will compare. Likewise, the iteration process will be keep on going on till the n-1 concept which will be working over there. But in the selection part, it will take the first element and it will search for the minimum element in the list, and it will be interchanging them. So simple concept when you are comparing to the bubble sort, right? Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, clear. Is that clear, or I want to go with one more time? Because this is the basic of this verbal selection sort. If you are going with those selection sort, then the program, when I am explaining the program, then it will be easy. So this is the thing. First, we want to take the first element, and we want to see which one is the lowest element in the list, and we want to interchange. That's it. Only one process. We are finding the lowest element, and you are interchanging with the index value of 0. That is the only thing. Clear?
Sir,
Right.
again.
Again, I want to tell that.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you just imagine that I am having 4 elements. I want to arrange this in an ascending order. So I am giving 15, 25, 5, and 3. So you can see here now, if I am having 4 numbers, I want to arrange this in an ascending order. So first, what the selection sort will do is, first it will take the first element, that is 25. This is the first element. It will take first element first, and it will find out which one is the lowest element in the list. Which one is the lowest element?
3.
3 is the lowest element. So what will happen is, it will interchange this 3 and 25. It will interchange this 3 and 25. It means first lowest element want to be appear first in the list. That first step, what will happen in the list? Which one is the lowest element? That will be stored in the index value of 0. You all know that this is an index value of 0, 1, 2, and 3. So you're having 4 elements. So we're having a 3 index value. So first step, what will happen is, it will interchange this 3 and 25. Now this will become 3 and 5, 25, and 15. Clear? Yes? Clear? Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes. So after the first iteration, what will happen? This is known as the sorted list. This normally we will call this is a sorted list, and remaining 3 which will be cast as unsorted list. So based upon this sorted list and unsorted list only, we are going to do a program over here. And second iteration, what will happen? It will take the element 5 and it will compare with the remaining 2 elements whether any greatest element in the list or not, any smallest element in the list or not. Any smallest element there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So it will remain same. So 3, 5, 25 and 15. So what will happen now? These two will be the sorted list and these two will be the unsorted list, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And in the third iteration, what will happen? It will take 20. It will take 25. So the unsorted list, only two numbers are there. So it will take 25. So whether 25, any smallest number below 25?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
15.
the 15 is, so the 15 is the smallest number. So the sorted list will be remain same. And the unsorted list, the 15 is the smallest number. So it will be interchanging as 15 and 25. So what will happen here is the 25 has been interchanged and the 15 has been interchanged. Clear? So this is the final list. It means we are arranged the element in the ascending order. So this is the final list. Yes? Clear about this? Yes. Now we will move this. So this is the selection. So this is the n number of numbers I am giving. Those who are unmuted yourself can mute yourself. So this is the selection sort basic example. So basic example I have given that first it will take 29 and it will check which one is the smallest number. So in the list, which one is the smallest number?
13.
So 13 is the smallest number. So 29 and 13 has been swapped. And again, it will take 72. So 29 is the smallest number. So 29 and 72 has been swapped. Again, it take 98 and 36 is the smallest number. So 98 and 30. Likewise, it will be moving till the last iteration. So after the last iteration, you will get a list in an ascending order, either in ascending order or descending order. That will be based upon the condition that you are giving in your program. So yes. So now the selection sort. This is the theory part. I will read you the theory part when after understanding the program. When you are going with those theory part, then you can identify easily. So selection sort is a comparison sort algorithm that is used to sort a random list of item in ascending order or it may be a descending order. The comparison does not require a lot of extra space. It only required one extra memory space for a temporary variable. For swapping technique, definitely when you are going to use the swapping technique, the temporary variable will play a role. And without temporary variable also, we can swap those numbers that we have discussed in the previous classes also. In a selection sort algorithm, the array is sorted by regressively finding the minimum element from the unsorted part and inserting at the beginning. So finding the minimum element in the unsorted part and inserting at the beginning. So this is the keyword that you want to give for the selection sort. And it will be consist of two subarrays. So already I have mentioned you which one is already sorted and which is unsorted. So two subarray will be there. This and all will be considered as your abstraction. This will be implemented in your behind your program, behind your implementation part. So likewise only the selection sort will be implemented. So it will be consist of two subarrays, that is sorted list and the unsorted list. So during each iteration of selection sort, the minimum element from the unsorted subarray is popped and inserted to the sorted subarray. So this is this theory part. After understanding the concept, when you are going those theory part, then you can easily identify. And one more thing, if I am giving if suppose I am giving in your exam point of view, if they are giving an array n number of elements and you want to do a sorting methodology for this particular array element, then which sorting methodology you want to use, that will be depends upon your input, whatever the user has been required. So here, when we want to use the selection sort, is the sorting method, the list will be very small. It will be consist of 100, 200 number of element in the list. Then that kind of process you can use those selection sort. The cost of swiping value is insufficient. So it means that each and individual iteration, the time and the complexity will be increased when the number of elements in the list has been higher than this. So for this, the better performance will be, you can use those insertion, merge and quicksort will be the most advantageous by using the n number of elements. So when we are using the selection sort, if the list is very small, it will be consist of 100 or 200 elements, then you can go with those selection sort because the time complexity will be very low for when you are using the minimum number of elements in the list. And these are all the advantages that I will share you this. You can study those advantages and disadvantages of this selection sort. And this is an algorithm, only 3 lines of algorithm. I already told that whatever program you are going to return, whatever lines of code you are going to return in your answer, in your exam point of view, or in a technical point of view, or whatever it may be, when you are using those thing in your general thing, when you are doing your own program also, the algorithm is must. Why? Because we are using those algorithm, it will, while you are writing the algorithm, it will understand the concept. Whatever I am drawing and explaining to you, after those explanations, you want to write this algorithm. For this selection sort algorithm, only 3 steps of algorithm will be there. Starting from the first element, search the smallest or biggest elements in the list of numbers. So this is the first thing. Starting from the first element, search for smallest or biggest element in the list of numbers. So this is the first step you want to require. And swap minimum or maximum number with first element. So swap minimum or maximum number. First you want to swap the minimum or maximum number, that will be depends upon your program. You want to swap the minimum or maximum number in a list to the first element. So that is the first process. And take the sublist and ignore sorted part, and take the sublist, that means as unsorted part, you want to ignore the sorted part and repeat the step 1 and step 2 until all the elements has been sorted. So the same thing we want to repeat this. Same thing we want to repeat this when all the element has been sorted. Once all the element has been sorted, the list will be completely arranged in ascending order, descending order. So that is the thing. So that is the major algorithm part. So this 3, if you want to write all the instruction to get into the algorithm, that's also fine. So this is the 3 major instruction that will be occur in the selection part, selection sort algorithm. Are we clear about this? We will move to the program. Have you clear, or we will move to the program? In case of any doubts for this concept, don't worry about this theory and all. If you are understanding, so advantages and disadvantages, you can understand the concept and you can read the n number of lines. You can easy to understand the advantages and disadvantages. So this concept, if you are understanding the concept, then don't worry about the theory part. Have you clear about this concept? What is meant by selection sort?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. So now we will start this program. So first, so I have told you that in the second unit, whatever program we are going to discuss, that program which will be consist of classes and object. So that in the bubble sort algorithm, I have not described about the classes and object. I have given you the assignment to write the bubble sort algorithm. So when you are writing those bubble sort algorithm in an assignment point of view, you want to write with the classes and object, right? So here I am giving the list 1 of 3, 15, 6, 8, 9, 0. So here I am created a list. Here I am created a list. And in this list, I want to, what is the first step?
Create class.
No, don't worry about the creating a class. Go with the concept. For the selection sort, what is the first step?
Starting with the first element.
To finding out the minimum value in the list, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The first step is to find the minimum value. So you can, if you are having only 5 elements, 6 elements, you can easily identify which one is the minimum value here.
0.
0.
So 0 is the minimum value. So we want to find out the minimum value by, I am using a variable called minimum value, and I am using the keyword called min of list. What is the keyword means? Min.
Minimum.
So it will represent the minimum value. So again, I am printing minimum underscore value. So what I will get is, I have got that, right? I have got the minimum value of 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I got the minimum value. If suppose I am changing this as 10, then what will be the minimum value?
3.
3. So automatically I will get the minimum value as 3, right? Yes, it will be consist of 0. So now what we want to do, we have find out the minimum value, that is 0. Then what we want to do?
Swap.
For I in range. For loop. Creating.
No, so don't worry about the loops and all. So loop and all, it will be coming after that. So what we want to do is, we want to take this index value. We want to take this index value and this one, we want to take the value of 0 and we want to place in the index value of 0, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what I am doing is minimum underscore index. I'm creating a variable called minimum underscore index. List 1 dot index of minimum underscore value. So what I have find out now?
Minimum value index value.
So what I have find out is, I have find out that 0 is my minimum value, right? In the two step, you just listen. 0 is my index value. 0 is my smallest value in the list. For that smallest value, the index value is 5. Is that right?
Sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it means I am find out the minimum value in the list, and after finding out the minimum value, I am finding out the index value for that particular minimum value. And after this will be very easy. If you are understanding these two lines of code, then remaining codes will be very easy. So the next step, what I am doing is list 1 of 0, comma list 1 of min underscore index is equal to list 1 of min underscore index, comma list 1 of 0. So what it means? We are doing swapping. So it means the list 1 of minimum index is swapped to the list 1 of 0, right? Yes. So if suppose I am printing the list now, print list 1. Yes, you can see here that the first iteration has been happened. Clear? Any doubts you can ask me. This point is, this 3 to 4 lines of code is important, and when you are understanding this 3 to 4 lines of code, then what will happen? Then only for loop is the only state. When you are inserting for loop, all the element will be sorted automatically. So this 3 lines will be important. I will give you 1 minute time. If you are having any doubts, you can ask your queries. So what is the thing? Minimum value in the list, it will be displaying as 0, and the minimum index value, that is minimum value, or the minimum value of index, which will be consist of 5. Why? Because of 5. The index value starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this swapping technique, what I am doing is, I want to interchange this minimum value to the position number 0. So here the position number 0, comma minimum index value of minimum index, list 1 of minimum index of 5, which will be represented by 5, comma 0. So it will be interchangeable. So that is the thing I have represented. Only 3 lines of code for this. If you are understanding these 3 lines, then the remaining part will be easy. Any doubts in this? No. Then we will move to the next one. So the first iteration has been happened. What we want to do for these remaining iterations and all? Simple concept. Am I audible or what?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The first iteration has been happened now. And what we want to do for the remaining iteration?
By using for loop.
Yes, we want to go with the for loop concept. Now I am giving the for AIDS, CSBS, right? We can give anything over here. Yes, AIDS, CSBS in range of length of list 1, right? So I am given that I have created the for loop over here, and for after creating the for loop, so we have created the for loop. So this, whether this program will be run now. So it means that we have created the for loop. Here we are done for only one iteration, right? That is 0th iteration. So am I right or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
So we are in the previous, what we have done for only one iteration, that which will be consist of the 0th element want to be replaced. Here we are using the for loop for the consist of all the elements want to be replaced. So what I want to do is, here I want to give that AIDS, CSBS. So it means it will take, if you are incrementing AIDS, CSBS by 1, 2, 3 till the end of the list, it will be incremented. AIDS, CSBS. So if I am giving this, so what will happen? First it will take the 0th element. When for loop is 0, it will take the 0th element. For loop is 1, it will take the first element. For loop is 2, it will take the second element. Likewise, it will be going to till the end of the element, till the for loop will be executed. Clear about this? Only one change after that. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And after that, I have told you that, and I have told you in the part, I have told you in the part. So we want to segregate the selection sort and selection list and unsorted list, right? Sorted list and unsorted list. Yes? Am I right? So you just see this, how it will be executed. Just see this, how this will be executed. So what happened now? The 0 has been first, and after that the sorted has been given to the next one. The next has been sorted to the same thing, right? You can see here. So 1 minute, I will tell you that. What this means? What this means? So I will go with I itself. So you can change any variable. So that's why I'm given you. So all you have written in the exam point of view, you have written this. So before this for loop, have you clear about this concept, how it will be executing? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I am using the for loop for going with an iteration. So for iteration using, I have mentioned you that you want to split by sorted and unsorted list. So if I am giving I colon, what it means?
By taking elements from the first from the list.
Yes.
From
If
the
it is in the 0th position, it will be starting from 0, right? If it is in the first position, what will happen?
it will be 1 by
Yes, it won't consider the zeroth element because zeroth element we already sorted, so it won't consider the zeroth element. If it is then there's a third iteration, what will happen? It will be consist of 2, so it will be consist of in the second position, right? Yes or what?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I'm telling that first iteration what will happen? 4, 7, 3 and 1. First iteration the I will be consist of 0. So the I will be consist of 0. So it will take this and it will sort the element, that is 1 will be the lowest element, 1, 7, 3 and 4. It will be sorted. So in the second, so this is the sorted list. So in the second element, what will in the second iteration, what will happen? The I will become 2, right? The I will become, sorry, I will become 1. So first iteration it will be 0 and second iteration the I will become 1. So if suppose 1 colon, what is the meaning? 1 colon. In the list, what is mean by 1 colon? So it will take from the index value 1 and the remaining values it will be taking, right? So it won't consider the 0th element. So it will take the 7th element, it will take the second element and it will be interchanging. Same process has been mentioned here. So here I am giving that I colon to giving the iterate incremental part. So if you are the for loop has been incremented, same this I also will be incremented. And here I am using the I. First we want to assign the minimum value to 0. And second, we want to assign the minimum value to 1. And third, we want to assign the minimum value of 2. Likewise, it will be continuous. So if suppose I am taking this, you can see the sorted item, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you want to print each and individual iteration, then the print statement will be there. And here you can see that the first the 0 has been sorted to the first thing. So remaining and all unsorted element, right? Yes.
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 Sir.
And second iteration, what has happened? 0 and 3 has been sorted, remaining and all unsorted element. In the third iteration, 0, 3 and 6 has been sorted, remaining and all unsorted element. In the fourth iteration, 0, 3, 6, 15 has been sorted, remaining 2 will be your unsorted element. In the fifth iteration, 0, 3, 6, 15, 19 has been sorted, remaining as unsorted. In the final sorting technique, 0, 3, 6, 15, 19, 28 has been sorted, and the remaining will be the unsorted element. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the thing for the general of selection sort. Now what we want to do is we want to go, I have already told that we want to create a class and we want to create a function also. So for creating a function, I am using the class over here, class selection, and inside the class selection, I am creating a function of def selection. You all know that the def will be a default argument will be this inside the class. If you are using the function, the default argument is self, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I am taking the list outside the box. I am taking the list outside the box, and I am inside the selection function. I am using this. Inside the selection function, I am using this for statement, what we have discussed. After this, and this is the structure of this class, and after this, I am creating a list over here. And what is the next step? What is the next step?
Sir, object.
Yes, we want to create an object. So I am creating an object called yes, and I am giving the class name. And after that,
Calling the function selection.
based upon the object, I am going to call a function. So yes dot
dot list of one list one.
No. What is my function name?
Selection.
Yes, I want to call that function, right? So based the S is an object, and I want to call a function. So S dot selection of list one. So here I am giving only one default argument self, and now I am giving this list one. Clear? Clear? Any doubts in this for creating a class and object and calling a function in a class? Any doubts? So you can see here the starter list has been changed. You can see here the starter list has been changed. So same process. The process will be consist of only these 3 lines. The selection sort process will be consist of only 3 lines. These 3 lines, if you are understanding these 3 lines, then defining a function, defining a class, and calling, creating an object, and calling a function by using those objects will be easy. If you understand this. If I want to print all those iterations, then I want to go with this print element. Just one more. So sorry, for loop. So you can say this: each and individual iteration will be coming over here. Each and iteration. If I want to know the final output, then the print value will be print ID index will be changed, and it will be printing the result. Clear about this? If you want to go with the descending order, what do you want to do? Only one change. Am I on? Yes.
Maximum.
Yes. For the in the minimum part, we want to change as maximum. And you can see here it will be arranged in the descending order. Yes. Clear? Not getting any, not even yes response. So yes, so this is the one of the step to give an input in a program itself, and you want to get an output. So same step you can say, get an input from the user also. So list one num is equal to int of input. How many numbers want to insert? Int enter the number. After that, I am using that for I or j in range of num. So whatever the variable I am getting here, so I am getting an input as num, and list one dot and int input. Whatever input you are giving, that input which will be occurs. So if suppose you are running this. So how many numbers you want to insert? So I am giving this 5 numbers, and I want to enter the number 4, 6, 1, 0, 9, and minus the 4 numbers. Yes. So 4 numbers I have inserted. So 4, 6, 1, 0. So 5 numbers I have inserted 4, 6, 1, 0, and 9. So that number has been arranged in descending order. So why that was arranged here, we have used the maximum, so it was arranged in the descending order. So if suppose we are using the minimum over again, we are using the minimum value. How many numbers I want to insert? 5. So minus 1, 0, 10, 9, 5, 0. So you can see here that minus 1 will be represented of descending order. It will be coming first. The minus 1 value will be coming first, so it will be arranged in ascending order. Clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So only one thing, we want to find out the minimum value in the list, and we want to find out the minimum value index in the list, and we want to replace that minimum value index in the 0th position. This is these 3 lines implementation. After this, we are using a for loop. So it means we are going with the 0th value, first value, second value, it will be increased. The index value will be increased. And here, the index value which will be consist of, when you are going with the 0th value, it will be consist of 0th element. When you are going, the for loop is from 1, so it will be consist of 1. So the 0th will be the unsorted part, sorted part, so it won't touch you. So likewise, we want to create calculation, and we want to declare a function, and we want to declare a class. We want to create a class. Whether you want to get a user input, you can get the user input, or else you want to create an object. Based upon this object, we want to call a function inside the class with an argument that you are going to pass. Clear? I will share this with you. So I have shared this Jamboard with you. I have shared the Jamboard with you. You can access the Jamboard in your. So whatever hereafter, whatever we are discussing, I will share this Jamboard. So it means that whatever I am writing over here, that will be shared to you. So this code also I will be sharing in your Jamboard. So open the Jamboard. The code will be available there, and do your practice with this code. And for this particular program, there is no. This is the minimum number of code. So don't worry about that. So this is the Jamboard. You can access the Jamboard by clicking those link, whatever I have shared in the chat box. Varun has been joined. So any doubt as of now? For the selection, sir, you having any doubts over here? No doubts.
No, sir.
Yes. Thank you for this. So those who are not attended the yesterday evaluation, you just wait here, and the CSBS, the representative, class representative can wait here. Remaining, you can give your attendance, department name followed by your name, and you can join the next class.